Facts and secrets of the U.S. President's motorcade. The presidential limo, known as the Beast, is not just a fancy car rolling through town. Oh no, it's a well-oiled machine full of surprises. This mighty bird weighs as much as a tank and is equipped with advanced security features like bulletproof glass and tear gas cannons. And let's not forget the Secret Service agents who train for months to ensure the president's safety. But ever wondered what really goes on behind the scenes of the U.S. President's motorcade? From the armored limos to the undercover agents, this motorcade is no ordinary carpool. Well, it's a whole thing. Why are there so many identical cars in the motorcade? It's not for a presidential carpool, that's for sure. And what's with those mysterious agents hanging out of the SUV like they're in some kind of action movie? Spoiler alert, they're not there for the scenic views. So grab your popcorn and get ready for a wild ride through the hidden world of the president's wheels. This is one motorcade you won't want to miss. Around 40 to 50 vehicles are involved in transporting the POTUS, but no one except the Secret Service knows in which beast the president is sitting. These vehicles are specifically designed with bulletproof glass and metal so thick it can withstand a bomb blast. Imagine the security. Sorry to burst your bubble, but there wasn't always a presidential car. In fact, in the early days of the United States, presidents used to ride around in horse-drawn carriages. And no, it wasn't magically designed by a fairy godmother in some Disney tale. So, when did the first motorcade begin? It dates back to November 25, 1902, during the presidency of Theodore Roosevelt. Roosevelt, known for his adventurous spirit, embraced the emerging technology of automobiles and became the first sitting president to ride in a car publicly. On that historic day, he rode in a Columbia Electric Victoria Phaeton, which was a relatively new and luxurious electric vehicle at the time. Though it had wheels, this motorcade wasn't even slightly similar to what we have today. The first one to resemble current motorcades was in 1941. President Franklin D. Roosevelt rode in this armored limo under the supervision of the Secret Service. Here's an interesting side fact. The limo that the president drove in belonged to none other than Al Capone, the famous gangster and businessman from the early 20th century. President John F. Kennedy's shocking assassination changed the course of the motorcade forever. Since then, presidents of the United States are no longer allowed to show their faces while riding in a car. In fact, the president and their family aren't even allowed to open their windows, even in the White House. Without the approval of the Secret Service, the presidents can't show their faces. Kinda sounds like something out of a James Bond movie. The Beast isn't the only one. There are more out there. What? More Beast? Yes, and for good reasons. The assassination of Kennedy led to massive changes in the presidential motorcade. Now, whenever the presidents travel, there are at least 2 identical Beast decoy vehicles in the motorcade. It's so the president's location stays hidden from any sort of terrorist attack. Building a presidential car isn't an easy job. The work for the 2018 model started in 2014. That's literally a whole president away. General Motors was given the contract to build this custom Cadillac with a whopping payment of over $15 million for a dozen cars. Now, the Beast, being the president's car, is securely designed. It has bulletproof glass, armored doors, and a floor to withstand a bomb explosion. It's like the ultimate car upgrade package, with pump-action shotguns, rocket-powered grenades, and tear gas grenades all thrown in for good measure. And let's not forget about the night vision equipment, because who doesn't love a little nighttime adventure? So, the next time you see the Beast rolling by, just remember, it's not just a car, it's a secret agent on wheels. The Beast also carries a supply of blood matching the president's blood type in case of an emergency. It also travels with its own oxygen supply, which can be piped directly into the hermetically sealed cabin in the event of an attack. Talk about preparing for anything. But hey, how do you even open this thing? If you didn't notice before, the Beast is missing something crucial: keyholes. These handles won't open for just some random person. This is what makes opening this car a bit trickier than others. This secret is so well hidden that the only people who know how to open it are the Secret Service agents who escort the president in and out. And we're pretty sure they won't be telling us anytime soon. This isn't all that's special about the Beast. There's even something cool about the windows and tires. Its windows are not just thick, but are around 5 inches thick. It's thick enough to easily stop a .44 Magnum bullet and protect the interior in case of a chemical attack. As for the tires, they're coated in Kevlar for an extra boost of endurance, preventing them from going flat in case of any damage. Wait, that's not the only part that has extra protection. Its engines are pretty special too. The engine is lined with a special foam that'll smother any fire caused by the fuel ignition in case of any attack or malfunction. Man, this thing really is a beast. Along with the top-tier security of the beast itself, the Secret Service cooperates with local police of the state for a seamless transport. It's so that they can plan the main route along with an escape route in the face of any emergency. Now, generally 40 to 50 vehicles make up the president's motorcade, but their choreography itself is an art. So let's shed some light on the secrets of the vehicles in the president's motorcade. The first car in the motorcade is called the route car, and it runs several minutes ahead of the entire motorcade. It usually gives intelligence and guidance to the motorcade about the road conditions they're about to experience. Following the route car is the pilot car that does the same thing but travels a minute after the route car. Next are the sweepers. They are either police cars or motorcycles, and their job is to simply clear the road of any other cars. Then comes the lead car, driving the first unit of Secret Service agents. And then right behind them is the beast and the decoys. The ID card connects with other agencies, while the Roadrunners give the president encrypted communications. Just when you think the motorcade is done, it comes with more surprises. There is also a U.S. Secret Service countermeasure Suburban that seamlessly jams any remote-controlled explosives on the road. One of the 3 SUVs transports the president's doctor. The other 2 are filled with Secret Service agents ready to attack whenever needed. In many cases, there may also be an ambulance and several police cars following the motorcade. It's better to be safe than sorry, right? Also, did you know that every vehicle in the motorcade has a unique code name, from Stagecoach to Roadrunner? These names aren't just for show. They're part of an intricate security protocol designed to keep the president safe. Surprisingly though, the beast isn't built for speed. It easily weighs around 8 to 10 tons, which really hinders its speed. But that doesn't mean it's not fast. It's actually designed to go about 100 miles an hour at top speed, similar to much lighter cars, and well, more than fast enough most of the time. While the president sits safely in the back, the passenger seat is always reserved for the White House Chief Security Officer. This official rarely leaves the president's side and sticks by him even in the beast. Talk about loyalty. His front seat position enables him to see exactly what's coming up ahead, so he can give the president a few seconds warning. It does raise one question though: who the heck gets to drive this prestigious beast? The answer is simple: the members of the Secret Service. Usually it's one with a military background who will learn how to pull off tricky, evasive driving tricks. You gotta do what you gotta do, my friend. Here's the last kicker. President Joe Biden is thinking about upgrading the beast. That's right, they're open to the possibility of turning it into an electric vehicle. In a tweet, Eamon Javers teases an electric beast? On Air Force One, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki was asked if President Biden will electrify all the White House fleet vehicles, including the presidential limo known as the Beast. She said, "That is certainly something the president has talked about and is an objective for him." So, not only can we see the Beast turn into an EV, but the entire motorcade could be turned electric. However, we're yet to see that happen. I'm sure it'll make history when it does. And there you have it, folks. Facts and secrets of the U.S. President's motorcade. It's a world filled with intrigue and excitement. Thanks for joining me on this thrilling ride. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.